We have returned. We're back.
Good.
We are somewhat refreshed. I am stretched. And Lai
Danny's
was
ordering
going
sushi.
to... Huh?
I said, and Danny's ordering sushi.
Danny's ordering sushi, and as soon as she has done that...
I'm done.
Lai is going to be killed in the yard overlooking the lake
By a puppy.
By a puppy who won't kill anyone.
It's a beautiful place to die.
It's a beautiful place to die.
Yeah, by a puppy who has sworn not to kill anyone.
Mm-hmm. Or decided not to.
Twice
no
over.
one's holding her to that just yet.
That's true. You could die, but only if I'm the werewolf. Oh shit.
So, it's a it's a beautiful afternoon. It's mid-autumn, so the flowers are in bloom. There's a combination
Some of them are always blooming because this is Ari's garden. But...
Some of them are always blooming, but they'll look different at different times of year. And for some of them, the fact that some of these flowers and some of these plants are starting to go to sleep only makes the ones that stay around more beautiful and more fragrant.
Wow.
Go, kill.
Go get him. Go ahead. Kill him. Margot goes, can you... We should probably be out of earshot for this.
You're muted.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. You want me to take us somewhere?
I mean, just out there will do. I can run, but you're probably faster still.
Okay. And they, like, grab her arm and will... You know. It doesn't really come with sound effects.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Margot feels the sound effects in her heart.
Yes.
And
she feels them in her tummy. And her lungs.
She kind of, like, shudders. She's like, I'm never gonna get used to that.
Just takes a few years.
We'll lean up against a tree and go, so... I mean, shit. Hey, how are you?
Been better. How about you?
Same. So, here's the first thing. Turns out there actually is kind of a monster library.
What?
There's a monster library. Remember how that was all I wanted when we were at camp, and everybody was like, "No, we don't do that."
Yeah.
And then they gave a lot of really good reasons why we don't do that.
But we're doing that now?
Yep. Anyway, the important thing is, I've been to it, and I've looked up some stuff, and I was looking up shit about hybrids, basically. Whether there were psychic lichen babies or something like that, and they were like, I don't know, like Jack from The Incredibles or something like that, or whether they existed or whether they could exist if they existed in other forms, and that was why maybe they didn't want, like, Allison and I were supposed to be like a danger or something like that. But I also wanted to let you know that I was looking up, like, anything they might know about unicorns and reapers. Unireapers.
Nope.
Reapercorns?
Worse.
Workshop it.
Just double checking, where are you at the moment for this conversation?
Out near the treehouse, probably.
Out near the treehouse. Okay, so in the area where the unicorns live. Cool, got it. Continue.
Fuck, I forgot!
Lai does not know that unicorns live in this fucking forest.
You know what? They should smell one of their own. It's fine. If anything, let's lie safer here.
Mm-hmm. Continue.
Lai does not have sense of smell, but okay, you know, they don't have a super sniffer.
Yeah, but I don't know, maybe a full unicorn. They have full unicorns got senses or something like that. They're very sensitive.
Okay. Probably, yeah.
That's not the same thing.
No, it's not. But that's not important right now. At this moment.
Mm-hmm.
To which Margot will say, so yeah. I don't know. I just wanted you to know that I was looking out for you or whatever, just in case you wanted to know or you had like questions or something.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I mean, did you find anything?
It's on both counts. It was kind of a specifically the Unicorn Reaper thing. Most of what I found was like, no, I've never seen it happen, but that'd be fucking wild, right? And like, seem like it probably shouldn't. I don't know. It seems like a lot of it's like oral traditional stuff, like stuff that people told each other.
Mm-hmm.
So, in the same way that I didn't find anything about us, I didn't really find anything about you, except that some people have really strong feelings about why you shouldn't exist.
Me specifically?
No, not you, like Lai Morgan specifically, about how like if a
Okay,
Reaper and a
Unicorn
Unicorn,
Reaper.
yeah, like your combo,
Yeah.
would be really weird if it happened.
They're not wrong.
I mean, yeah, you're kind of weird, but we're all kind of weird. Like, it's just. I'm not the best
Margot.
researcher, but what that tells me is obviously, like, your parents probably kept it from you for a reason, and yeah, it probably has something to do with the shit that happened. And yeah, in turn, that tells me it's probably what would happen if you got a psychic and a lichen together and they could reproduce. I don't see what my problem is, how I'm implicated by that, but like putting two and two together. See, I'm working on it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's great. I appreciate that you thought to do that when in a monster library, which is just unprecedented. Couple things. I mean, the first one is like, I guess my dad came and talked to you.
Yep. That was the first thing that happened to me this morning.
What did he ask you about?
You mostly. Like, he wanted to know about shit I don't remember. The stuff that you told me, actually. So that Allison, I guess, remembers better than I do, but doesn't remember, but remembers seeing. But like, she knows some shit that I don't know. But they wanted to know that. I don't know. Your dad wanted to know the details. He was like really pressed about it.
He didn't ask you anything about Jazz?
He kind of did. Yeah, he did. But like, I don't know. I told him like how, like, you know, how was I supposed to know? He asked us what happened when we went back, like when we were in Allison's like vision thing, like how it happened, and I told him, you know, I thought it was a dream the whole time. I told the truth. I didn't lie to him. That feels really stupid.
Yeah. He didn't ask you about when I killed her?
Hey, Shawnee, did he ask when he Did you ask me about that? No. I think after that he kind of pivoted back to you being a little kid. It was mostly about you and us. He wanted to know what we had to do with it, and I kept trying to tell him that I don't have my memories or whatever, but it didn't really make sense to him. So, I mean, if you could let him know we're not lying about that, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Wasn't really expecting him at my front door, but he did knock at least.
Nice of him.
Yeah. Yeah.
We really try to not be scary.
It doesn't really work super well.
Yeah.
But
Can
the
tell.
effort is appreciated, I guess. Why did he need to ask me? I don't get why your dad was at my door, I'll be honest. And it kind of freaks me out if I'm being transparent.
Yeah. I might be kind of fucked, Margot.
Would you be fucked? How would you be fucked?
He's my dad, but he's death first.
I don't know, man. He definitely came to the door like, hey, I'm not here as Death right now. I'm here as Li's dad. I'm really just worried about my son. But he said it like in his voice or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, but why would you be in trouble if anything you what did you do?
I might have killed someone. Like, killed someone. Not reaped someone.
Your dad? Your bio dad?
No, not my bio dad. Allison's fucking aunt.
No. I mean, I was there for that. You couldn't have, you did the, we had a whole, we talked about it, and then there was a whole thing, and it was like, like, you can't do that, can you?
A Reaper probably wouldn't, but a fucking unicorn hybrid?
Unicorns don't kill things, I don't think.
Exactly.
They're like nice.
The wires got fucking crossed. There's a reason those two things didn't go together in the library. I should not be both life and death. That's bad. Also, the me being alive part, the time travel part, something's still fucked up. And there's a very real possibility that it's me.
I get that something is fucked up, but like just as easily as it could be you, it could be me, based on what you told me. And I'm not gonna walk myself to the fucking guillotine. So I'm not gonna volunteer, just so you know. Like,
I don't expect you to.
I'm just saying, like, even if it was supposed to make me tough shit, that was like 10 years ago. I got other shit going on. I could have died several times since then. Okay. It didn't get me. Surprise. Like, and heal fast. Like,
you're real scared of death till you're not.
Yeah, well, that sounds like some kind of bullshit rule, and I don't, like, if it's, I'm not gonna say that's your dad's face, but like, while we're talking about it or whatever, if it's just gonna be like paperwork, like it's taxes or whatever, then fuck that.
A lot more than that, but sure.
It really is super starting to sound like it's like a technicality thing. Anyway, the point is, I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. I think you got it backwards.
What do you mean?
I don't think Lycans and Reapers are supposed to not come together because like they will like accidentally be super evil and kill stuff. Like I know you probably think that's what you want the answer to be, because like that's your vibe. But like I'm pretty sure like they think you're gonna like Jesus it up, dude. Like I'm pretty sure it's the exact opposite of what you're saying. Like that's the biggest problem.
Jesus it up.
Yeah.
I mean, I already did once. I wasn't down for 3 days, but a couple minutes.
Exactly, man. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like the problem is not, oh, I can kill whatever I want by accident. Oh, I killed her aunt, even though Reapers aren't supposed to be able to do that. It's, oh shit, I could have brought her back if I wanted to, right?
That's still a problem.
You can just use your hands and go zzz, and then like back. Oh shit.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
I
My
mean,
dad was very explicitly clear to not do that.
To not resurrect anyone?
Or to heal them or stop them from dying, yeah.
So your dad is worried about you healing people.
Yeah. And everything else too. This is a hot fucking mess.
Yeah, but I mean, you seem really focused on the killing thing. So is it the killing thing or is it the healing thing? Because like one of those things.
There's a multitude of problems at once.
I mean, there's the thing you did to Jazz, and then there's the thing you did to me, dude.
Yeah. I could be a Reaper gone rogue and having murdered someone using my Reaper powers, which is extremely bad. And then I might have contradicted the will of death itself and resurrected or healed somebody who was supposed to die. Both of those are big-ass problems for me.
You think I would have died if you hadn't healed me?
I mean, you got shot in the side. Kinda depends.
Yeah. I'm also not human, so...
Yeah, and I mean, fuck, maybe it's me who was supposed to die and didn't. I mean, I did.
What do you mean you did? You don't remember... Did you die at some
Allison
point?
Saw me die. There's another world in which I definitely died.
Okay, but that's the infinite multiverse, dude. That's different. Like, there's a world where fucking Allison died in a car crash, back in
If you weren't there, I would have. And what are the fucking odds that a psychic and a werewolf got together and showed up at the right time to stop me dying?
I mean, pretty fucking good, I guess. We were kind of inseparable when we were 6, if I'm hearing right. We were always together. And it's not like there haven't been other best friend werewolf and psychics having sleepovers before. So statistically speaking, if we've been doing this for generations, then why wouldn't that have happened? It's weird. It's not. I mean, for all you know, we weren't even really there. And like, you saved yourself. Like, I don't know. And then if you did, isn't that what was supposed to happen? Isn't the thing that happened the thing that was supposed to happen? Isn't that the whole point of like fate or whatever? Is that like an aunt of yours? Can we ask her?
I don't think I've ever met fate.
I don't even want to talk about the fact that you said that like it's like it actually is a person that I just haven't thought about.
Death is. I mean, who the fuck knows?
You would think. If anybody would know, it'd be you, bud.
All right. So the other thing, the psychic werewolf thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it hasn't escaped your awareness that is a problem.
Yeah, I know it's a problem, but we don't know why, so we're researching that. Like, we can't know what to do about it until we know why.
I mean, my understanding, Shawnee, OOC, correct me if I'm wrong on any of this, because I haven't read the reasoning that you sent me in many months, and I tried to search for the message, but there are so many that I couldn't find it.
Okay.
So I'm just going to explain it as I, Phoebe, understand it, and if I get anything wrong, please correct me.
Will do.
Essentially, werewolves are... You gotta bear with me because it sounds fucking stupid. Werewolves are, like, physical. They interact with the world and they make things happen. Psychics are hypothetical. Nothing is totally concrete or certain. So when you bring someone who can interact with the physical world in concrete and certain ways, and someone who delves into the hypothetical together, suddenly you're interacting with the hypothetical in concrete ways and making things happen that otherwise wouldn't have. So when someone who can actually interact with stuff and changes stuff goes into a vision, you don't just make that vision happen. You basically decide what happens.
Dude, who fucking told you that?
Death? The guy who knows everything?
The speed that your smile fell.
The problem is the closer that the werewolf and the psychic become, and the more intertwined they are, the more liable it is to happen.
So
And
Dad's the one that really wanted us to break up this whole time.
among others. I mean, you've talked to yourself about the feedback loops, right? Like,
Yeah.
that's like a microcosm, right? You wouldn't have feedback loops if you weren't together like that. And the more you're together, the more it makes the feedback loop intense. It's the same thing with the psychic powers and the impacting things, and that's my understanding of it. And that's why, like, yeah, werewolves and psychics have this really close relationship, but it's also dangerous if they get too close.
Yeah, well, on the one hand, maybe somebody should have thought about that before they let us go to the same school, but
Well, I don't think they thought you'd be fucking. And lie does do that.
Again, that's it's not that big of a school. That's a big bet. They could have shipped me off to boarding school instead of my brother and avoided all this. But well, or send us both off.
Right, but werewolves are historically protectors of psychics.
They didn't tell me she existed. They didn't tell me she existed until, like, I mean, I forgot. Like, I didn't have her to begin with, and then I got her back. If you think about it, dude, like, that was... It's stupid, but I always think about it.
Margot, I'm not saying it's your fault.
I mean, how's Margot feeling right now?
Indignant.
Okay.
Yeah.
No fear.
No, she's not scared of this. She's incredulous right now. Magical world is bullshit. She's like, I mean, if anything, that was... I mean, Allison would say, my mom told me something about, like, Noelle, like, being, like, my first, like, hunt or whatever, but really, like, it was Allison, wasn't it? All I did was bring her back home. She was isolated. Out of everybody in our fucking school, like, that's the one that ends up my girlfriend, and you think that's not fate? Like, come on.
I don't know, man.
Especially, we don't even run in the same social circles. We never should have known each other. That's not chance. That's something else. There's no way that's a bad thing. But I'm still trying to get over the fact that...
I mean, maybe you're right. I don't know, but...
You need to call your aunt. Have you known this whole time?
Yeah.
How come you didn't say anything, man?
It's not really any of my business.
What do you mean it's not your business? It kind of, like, super is.
I didn't know that I died and that you guys interfered and kept me from fucking dying.
But then Allison told you that, and you told her the thing, right? Like, then you told her, right? Like, you've known for longer than you've known us?
There've always been bigger fish to fry than, like, hey, you and your girlfriend fuck, and so you make stuff weird sometimes.
I mean, we talked about that, and you did say we were going to have to deal with it, but you didn't say why. I've been trying to figure out why the whole time.
There have been bigger fucking fish to fry. You didn't ask me why.
Bigger fish? This is the one that your dad...
My gestures.
This is the one that your dad's knocking down my door about. Like, isn't this the middle of all of it?
I'm realizing that now, sure. That, yeah, it's becoming a problem.
Becoming. Well, tell me this. Do I put her in danger?
Is that something that Lai would know, like OOC, if that's a thing?
It depends on the way the question's being asked. As in, do I now do this as a choice? Or
say no. OOC, what I am saying is if it's the whole, like, the more you're together, your feedback loop, like, intensifies, and it makes everything more intense, and it's not just the interacting with the past and deciding things or whatever, it's the psychic powers and something. And Lai said something about that part getting, like, stronger too. It's like, is she gonna go nuts from being with me? And I think Margot would say that. She's like, is she gonna go nuts from being around me?
I don't think Lai would have the answer to that question because it's a hypothetical that Death gave, not a concrete, because it hasn't happened. And that's the only reason that Death can think of why it would make sense. That has been somewhat proven in practice. So the answer is...
I do think it's more of an emotional, like, it's an earnest question. Like, Margot's like, action. That is the thing that there's a little bit of fear that seeps in, and then she's like, oh shit, like, am I endangering her?
I mean, it's not like we really have a case study for any of it, but...
I mean, how would they know how it could happen if it's never happened before?
I'm just...
Shit, dude.
I don't know how to say this in a nice way.
Appreciate you thinking about it.
If you keep fucking with who's alive and who's dead, Death's gonna keep knocking on your door.
I'm not doing it on purpose. Like,
it doesn't matter.
I mean, no offense, dude. Like, I mean, it's not that I wouldn't, but like I said to your dad when he asked me this morning, if I had known that I wasn't in a dream, I wouldn't have jumped off a cliff with, like, no foreseeable bottom to it at all. I changed into a wolf in midair. I can't do that shit in real life.
You can.
No, I can't. Literally, you would have seen it by now. It's fucking cool.
Okay.
I was just, like, going on dream logic. I didn't want Allison to have another bad dream about her mom who died because her twin sister killed her. Like, come on, who's gonna watch that?
I agree with you. I'm just saying, if it keeps happening.
So it won't keep happening. I just won't do it. We just won't. I won't go with. It's not like we do this every day. It's not like
You're telling me that you, Margot Reyes, are gonna watch and let someone die in front of you? That's not a moral judgment. That's a real question. If you could do that, if you had to.
You say my whole name like that, you make it sound like a fucking oath.
It's not an oath. That's just. I haven't known you that long, but if there's one thing I've gathered about you.
I don't know, man. Maybe I just won't go. Like, if we can figure out that it's a thing that's happening, we can figure out how to not let it happen. I don't go with Allison on all of her visions, or else, I don't know. Maybe I could have figured out that Brooke was going to die before she did. Like, yeah, I was pissed at my best friend of however many years, but I wouldn't have let her fucking die about it.
Yeah.
So, obviously, it's not every time. Something triggers it, and whatever it is, you know? I don't know. I mean, on the bright side, I think that means I can trust you at least. I mean, there's no way in hell, like, if you were not you, you would remember all of the years and the years, like, all of the different.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
you'd get some of it wrong, right? Like,
probably. I know that I'm me.
you can't fucking fake that. You can probably fake the teleporting thing, but not the, I don't need to kill you to know that you're you. We've already seen a whole lot of death and life shit going on together, and I think trauma is a pretty good way of, like, knowing that your friends are your friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I didn't tell you about this sooner.
I mean, it's not your fault, dude. In your defense, I probably just... Maybe I just didn't hear you. Wouldn't be the first time. I'm glad I know now. It's gonna save me a lot of... Well, no, it's not. I'm still gonna look. We still gotta figure out what you are. And why.
I just can't make any promises, Margot.
About what?
If it does happen again. If you fuck with life and death again.
What?
It doesn't matter if it's on purpose.
I thought you said you guys couldn't take us before our time.
Time might run out.
I'm gonna go quietly, dude.
Wouldn't expect you to.
Just letting you know.
I know.
And you should know that I am not doing this on purpose, just for the record. If I could control it, I would.
Margot, I know.
But also, if you and your dad are lying about whether or not you kill people or not, I guess it doesn't really matter what I do or don't do, or what any of us do or don't do. You can just decide, right?
I don't get to decide.
Isn't that what your dad's trying to figure out? Whether or not you get to decide.
That one's like a little stab in lie. That one's like at 2, Margot.
To Margot.
Margot, roll
I
to
mean,
shut someone down.
She
Because you're
does
making
say
a
it,
point
like,
and finalizing the point.
she does say it a little darkly. Like she says it in like a sorry, but like isn't that what all this is?
Mm-hmm.
You know when the dumbass has one good point.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Does it shut him down?
I don't have any cool, but it's still a 7, so kinda yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm sure I have to do something. My computer's just being super
You don't have
slow.
to do anything. Oh, yes, you do. There's
Also,
at a 7. There's a
Yeah.
back and forth. You give a
Right.
condition to Margot. Margot can. That's shutting down, isn't it? Yes. Hang on.
Yeah, Margot has a couple different options.
Mm-hmm.
So I give her a condition.
I'm gonna take one forward, dude.
Oh.
I don't know what's gonna happen.
Wow. Just in case.
Fuck, put that in my back pocket.
I'm gonna give Margot the condition. I can't think of a way to make a condition out of. Too soon to make that joke.
Too soon.
Insensitive?
Premature?
Maybe?
Oh, insensitive is
Ooh,
good.
insensitive's a good one. Yeah.
That one's going to cause problems.
Yikes. My sensitive puppy has been deemed insensitive.
So I think Margot says that. And lie like. Damn.
Sorry, dude. I just, you know.
Can't catch a fucking break today.
I didn't mean it like
Oh.
that. I meant it in the like. They think you might be Jesus. So if we're fucking with life and death, and so are you, kind of way, we're kind of all in the same shitty life-altering boat.
Yeah.
So, I mean, seems to me like it would be in everybody's best interest if your dad just let it go, but it sounds like that's not going to happen. So,
Can't happen.
it will if he decides it will. He might tell you something different, but
Margot. A tornado doesn't not form because the hot air decided it was cold air all of a sudden.
if
He doesn't just pick.
If you told me that like 8 months ago, I'd have believed you. I don't know what's true anymore. And definitely don't know what's for sure. I just know nothing's absolute. And people find a way to do whatever the fuck they want to do.
He's not a person.
Yeah, well, neither are we. I guess. It's kind of a problem, isn't it?
Lie like shakes their head a little bit. I thought we were supposed to trust each other.
I do trust you. You did just threaten to kill me, so like saying that we should be in this together.
I didn't threaten to kill you.
You said time might run out. Which is a fucked up way of saying if you don't stop accidentally fucking with life and death, death might come for you. You.
That
Thusly.
was not a threat.
Was it a promise, dude? Come on.
I'm telling you to be careful.
I'm
Because I
telling
don't
you,
want this shit to come to a head.
I'm telling you that I don't have control over it, and you're saying you can't, like, vouch for me or something? You of all people should believe me. You were there the first time it happened.
I believe you. Margot, that's not the problem. The problem is that it doesn't matter. The end result is the same. The end result is still happening.
Clearly,
And it could happen again, and you're fine with that because you're in a relationship.
That's not true. It's fucked up. Why? Like, it's not. That's.
There's a bigger picture.
So what? You're saying we should just break up? I should just stop. But I mean, we talked about this, dude. Like, it doesn't make any sense, statistically speaking. Like, there's no way that the thing that we have is all bad. There's got to be a reason for it, or else it wouldn't have happened. What is the likelihood of it having happened? Like, it's been millennia, and like everything that happened prior to us being together, even like we even had our fucking memories wiped, so we didn't remember each other. Like,
You don't think there was a reason for that?
you think the reason was a good one?
Look at the mess we're in.
You're starting to sound like KF, dude. Whoever the fuck they are. You want me to go get a shot? Just lay off being a werewolf. Maybe not, then it won't be a problem.
Margot, what the fuck?
Dude, that's what you're saying.
I'm literally not.
You just said. This isn't productive. I don't want to suspect you of doing whatever, and like I trust you right now, so I kind of think that maybe.
I don't think you do.
I don't want to keep talking till I don't trust you anymore. Like, that's all I'm saying. If we keep talking in circles, I feel like that's where we're gonna get to, because you keep saying shit that it sounds like you mean something different than what you do. So like, I feel like we should take a breath. Like, just.
Could both of you pick a move?
One of our moves?
Yeah. Any one
Okay.
of the moves that you have in your character sheet
Okay.
that fits with this and what you're trying to do.
Okay.
And tell me what you need to do for that move.
I feel like I'm gonna.
Keep it feral, fuckers. I just want to, because I'm hearing a lot of things going in a direction, and I just want to facilitate that direction. Like, facilitate either it going in that direction or not, but help you get to it.
I'm gonna go with call people on this shit, because that's what Margot thinks she's doing.
Okay, I'm gonna go with soothe. Because Lai is trying to diffuse the situation that they think Margot is blowing wildly out of proportion and taking fully out of context.
And I, Danielle, agree with you, Phoebe. But Margot's scared, because it sounds like someone just threatened her life and her girlfriend's life. So, and then that person is their friend, and also the child of death. So, like, if anyone could follow through, it'd be you, if you wanted to.
Roll it.
But also, while I'm rolling, I'm gonna take my dice strip. I have to go get my sushi from the door. I'll be right back.
You don't need to roll soothe, do you? It's just about time. Is that right?
It's literally just Lai has to speak.
Lai has to keep talking. Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. What?
I was just looking at Soothe.
Oh, yeah.
I need you to calm down. Okay.
Okay.
It's a very powerful move that I often forget that I have.
It's a very, very powerful move.
Would have
The
been
funny
really
thing-
helpful to have used earlier in this conversation. But that's
Yes.
okay, we've arrived.
I like this way though. This is the feral way, but also couldn't have used it with
Hello.
Carmel. It's not powerful enough for that. She wasn't.
think
She wasn't head up.
Huh?
I was saying this Soothe could not have been used with Carmel because she was not energized.
Oh no. She simply decided.
Yeah,
She simply
she was
fell
simply telling
into
the truth.
Oh. But I do think I would allow Soothe to resolve before call people in your shit, because Lie's more level-headed and probably has more control of the situation than Margot does.
But roll it anyway.
I already did.
What did you get?
Well, I want to know what Soothe was first.
No, but it's not a
Soothe
roll.
doesn't need
Soothe
a roll.
just
Soothe is
happened.
literally just Lie
So-
talks and
yeah.
you are calm.
Oh,
So I'm
I
trying,
rolled a-
and because I asked simultaneously, I'm asking to I'm trying to narratively put it together.
Oh, it's a contest. I see. Well, I have
No,
volatile
just-
3. So I got an 11.
Jesus Christ.
You have what?
It's Margot!
How's your volatile so fucking high,
volatile
though?
3, right? It's
Shit.
an 11.
She got a +1 at the end of the season.
Okay.
And,
that's
like,
why.
it was already +2.
It's funny because essentially what has happened.
Cold, not volatile.
Huh?
Calling someone on their shit, isn't it
what
cold,
I'm
not
checking now.
volatile?
Oh shit, I fucked up. You're
Oh
right.
yeah, I would
Roll
think
cold.
volatile would be the defending
That's
one.
the intervening in act of violence. Yeah, no,
Yeah, yeah.
Standard's right. So it is an
It is
8. It's an
cold.
8 actually.
It's
So
an
yeah.
8. Okay. So either Lie loses a string against someone else, or they choke up, break down, or bail.
That's right.
Which of those is Lie more likely to do? And I'll tell you the order in which things happen.
Can you repeat the 3 options?
There's 2.
Sorry, 2 options? What?
I thought it was 3.
Margot comes across poorly,
Mm.
and you give Margot another condition. Either you lose a string against someone else, so Margot gets to choose who you lose a string on, or you choke up, break down, or bail.
Okay, so I have 2 strings on Allison, I have a string on Tallulah, and I have a string on Basuda. So if you would like to take one of those from me. I think it would be very realistic for Lie to either get choked up or bail.
It's only one or the other, so yeah.
Yeah.
Right, I think they could do either.
Yeah. It does feel right.
I think it just depends on like what is said and how Margot responds to Lie soothing her, and yeah. But I don't know, also, like, would Dani get to decide if she would rather I lose one of my strings on Allison, or if Lie should have that other narrative response?
You will give a condition no matter what, which means that one of those will happen regardless. Does that make sense?
No.
Soothe first,
Because
then
Dani
resolve
gets
this.
to do things, and I get to do things.
Yes. So basically what I'm seeing is this whole time, Lie has been trying to soothe. That actually has been the action that you've been taking the whole time. This whole time, Margot has been trying to call Lie on their shit.
But because Lie's not on their shit, there's no shit to call on.
I mean, the calling out of, hey, you just said that you were threatening someone. I'm standing in the way of that.
Yeah.
That's the calling in this instance.
Lie was absolutely not threatening anyone, though. They did not say a threat.
No, they did. What they said was time will run out. Which
Margot felt threatened.
Margot felt threatened, and so she's calling on that. Hey, don't say anything that we don't want to regret now.
Don't say that shit. Don't say that shit, dude. Don't say that shit. Like,
okay, but if you know that your dad might kill someone if they keep doing their bullshit, that is a good thing to tell them.
It is. And I wish Margot thought that way.
Yes, I agree with you. I'm just telling you what the shit is that Margot's calling on.
As a
Not
good friend,
that it is
Margot
correct
has
shit.
not emotionally matured to the
Yeah.
point of understanding when she's being looked out for versus like when she was being immediately threatened.
Because she's not
It's
used to
like
it,
a don't shoot. She's shooting the messenger.
Mhm.
Like
So you've actually already done the RP side of it because called on shit and attempt to soothe.
mm-hmm.
Right, but it's not an attempt. Lie does just do it.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
So I feel
Margot
right, but Margot clearly
should be
has not
soothed.
interacted in any way that has not been with high emotion.
Mhm.
So I feel like there does need to be something of like Margot being able to respond without fear.
That's why I'm waiting for you to give Margot a condition. So then we will complete the
Start the
soothe.
scene again.
The soothe started. I had the RP that made the soothe make sense. I want to complete the soothe, but to do that I need the condition to finish the action. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just still confused about the other pieces of the resolution of calling someone on their bullshit.
Oh, I'm gonna make you lose one of your strings. I think just from what I think I can like, I think we'll finish the scene based on the soothe. Like whatever happens at the end of the scene happens at the end of the scene. Once we decide on that, but I think that my argument for like call people on this shit is that like between the thing, whatever it is that Margot just said, that was like a dig at Lie, that Lie said like can't catch a break today. That thing, I think the like, oh yeah, that's what your dad's trying to figure out, isn't it? Like whether or not you get to choose. Like, probably will come back to like, I think I would justify narratively that they'll probably think of that again, like when they're interacting with whatever the situation is. Like that might echo in their ears or something like that. Like it's one of those things where it's like, I would say that would be if Margot knew that was the thing that struck Lie, she would use it if it meant even like one more second of like Allison getting to be safe. Like if she needed to protect her. You know what I mean? Like if that's gonna make you like hiccup or like pause for even like a second, like she would say it again, even though it hurt you.
So it's a Margot
Ow.
toxic.
I know.
I will remember this situation.
Yeah. Who's scared of you, dude? I don't know.
Which I think is also part of what Lie finds hurtful is like, you say you trust me. We're supposed to be like working together, blah, 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 but you don't trust that I have your best interest at heart or I'm just telling you the truth. That way you know it. Or
We're
like
buds.
anything like that.
We're buds, and you are Death Jr., and Margot's afraid of death. Not necessarily the guy, just the concept, existentially. So that's going to get the better of her sometimes. It's a hard concept to swallow. It's complicated. You're not just a guy.
They are just a guy, but
They're
they got
not
adopted
just a
by
guy.
someone scary. That's all.
They're not just
Sometimes you're just a guy and a scary man adopts you.
and gives you the powers of
fine.
teleportation and the underworld, and of apparently, as far as Margot understands, at this exact moment, could at some point have accidentally chosen to take a life. Because Margot did say earlier in this conversation, I thought you said you couldn't choose, so how could you have killed Jazz? And you're not sure about that anymore? That means that, like, under some circumstance, some weird, like, extra circumstance, you probably could, right? Shit.
Well, yes, because oopsie.
Yeah,
I'm also part unicorn.
Yeah, we
and
all
also, it's not can't like an inability. Can't like you will be existentially, completely and entirely in every conceivable way fucked if you do.
Yeah, she doesn't understand that. She just knows. She just hears that there's ambiguity in that. Like that can't is like a can't.
Yeah.
Like, and so now it's, I'm sorry. And then it's also, okay, well, if we don't get to oopsie, you also don't get to oopsie.
Mm-hmm.
So we're all
Lie
gonna
agrees.
so
Lie should not oopsie.
we're all gonna not oopsie together, goddammit. Like
Okay, so anyway, the condition that I'm gonna give Margot, how do I make into words the thing I just said of like, wow, you're really jumping to conclusions for someone who says that they trust me.
Simpleton.
Jumping the gun.
impulsive.
Impulsive. Oh god, this is just okay. Impulsive. Doubting Thomas.
Doubting Thomas.
Doubting Thomas.
Doubting Thomas.
Can it just be jumped the gun?
Jumped the gun.
Jumped the gun.
Yeah. Which is funny because you have a flamethrower, not a gun.
It is.
Why also has a gun, right? Why's got a gun? Truly, why has a gun? Yeah.
But yeah.
But also, who jumps the gun more than Margot Reyes?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this Reyes specifically. Let's. We're not generalizing.
I said Margot Reyes.
Yeah. I heard a Reyes.
Oh, I said Margot. No.
Yeah, no. That's a Margot. Insert middle name here, Reyes trait.
So, how does the soothing resolve?
What you gonna say? Why?
I think I don't remember the last thing that we actually said in character, but I think whatever it was, Lai then follows it up with, Margot, I didn't tell you any of this as a threat or a warning or to make it sound like I'm better than you because I'm not doing the same shit that you're doing.
That's good.
I told you to look out for you. I don't know what's going to happen, and I don't have control over it. And I don't know what my dad's going to find while he's looking for answers or what that conclusion might be. It could be anything. And I just need you to be aware of that. And that right now, it seems like we really have to stick together. Because otherwise, we're even more fucked than without each other.
Look, dude. It's been a part of my pack all my life. I'm not saying that I'm about to like turn my back on you or whatever. I already decided you're one of my people. Like, I'm not gonna fuck you over. If I can help it, I'm gonna look out for you just like I'd look out for anybody else. Like, it's not that I don't trust you, dude. I'm just saying, and you can keep saying you don't have a choice and like you don't have control over it or whatever, and we don't know what's going on and we don't know what's gonna happen. Like, sure. All I'm saying, man, is that if you have a choice, try to remember that if I had one, I wouldn't choose to sell you out. And apparently I've already proved it. Apparently 6-year-old me jumped in front of a bullet for you, so it's not like I won't do it again.
You didn't jump in front of the bullet. It's a misfire.
I'm pretty fast. You don't know. All I'm saying is, like I said, if I had a choice, I'd choose the thing that let you be okay. And I would hope you'd do the same for me. But if not me, her, at least Allie's been through enough.
We all have, man. Listen, you had my back. I have yours too. You didn't even have a scar.
You didn't do that on
Apparently, I'm fucking good at this shit.
You didn't do that on purpose either. So I think we're even. But
Okay.
what I'm saying is, I'm trusting you. Don't stab me in the back. And I won't claw you in the back, obviously.
Okay. I think we're good then.
Yeah.
And with that commitment to only attack each other from the front,
To friendship and only attack from the front.
Jay feel.
Trivial.
We're
Sorry, you gonna have Sam play both roles? Is that what's happening?
No.
I'm not Jay.
No, I'm Jay, but
I was gonna say
I'm-
nobody can
I
be
mean-
Jay.
Allison is still in the room.
Hell yeah. Okay, Jallison. Jaylison.
Jay, listen. I mean, just MC works just fine too. Also,
Shawnee works just fine.
Shawnee also works. Rafe.
Surely does.
Shawnee does so much work. Rafe, well, you wanted to speak with Jay.
Yes.
Why does it feel like you've got like a sheaf of papers? And this is what I wanted to say.
Like, what was that? What was I going to talk to Jay about? Oh, right.
If not, there's something Allison is going to do. But
a
go for it.
cuckoo clock for the cuckoo to be enclosed into for all of time. Time.
I mean, it's an option.
I think, yeah, Ray's been sort of still like jotting down stuff in this, essentially trying to work through like how you might go about making something.
Mm-hmm.
And after everyone, when everyone's gone, but as everyone fills out, sort of sits down with Jay.
Allison's so awkwardly standing in the place where she was left a couple of minutes ago.
No, she sits down.
Oh,
She sits and she pulls out her phone.
And
On the ground?
he was already over with where Jay was.
Hmm.
But he'd sort of moved over there. And he's just like, I think, not entirely sure, but we could make something so that you put it in a room and then a cuckoo can't leave that room. Everyone else leaves. Anyone who can't, well,
Cluck, cluck, bitch.
yeah.
Cluck,
Anyone-
cluck, motherfucker.
Anyone else who can't, well, then everyone come back in and unpleasant conversation proceeds.
Kentucky Fried Cuckoo.
Wait a minute.
What?
Nothing.
Jay's response to that is, yeah. What? How do you propose getting the cuckoo in? Can you design a room that allows them in but does not allow them out?
One-time permission. Make it so they have one-time permission. They enter. That is their one time.
Mm-hmm.
They no longer can't get out. like a built-in temporary pass.
Have you done this before?
Specifically this? No. This idea, in a more general sense, yes.
Yes.
Hmm.
Recently, in fact.
Recently.
Well, I had to do some renovations at the house.
And you have one-time Cuckoo.
No, like I said, not specifically.
Right.
Generally.
I see.
Keep things out, but sometimes you want to be able to let people in. And sometimes you want to be able to let them in once, but not all the time. And sometimes you want to give people access all the time. So it has to be
see.
levels of access.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We could try. We could try. Worth it. Do you have a space? Do you need a space?
I have a space.
Okay. Are you okay with us using that space?
Well, I guess in the end, can only rely on Margot to stay quiet for so long.
Hey, to be fair, Margot did not say who and where the library was. She didn't say.
If
Sure. In less than a day.
She's not gonna go further than that. She's not stupid.
She nearly did. If we catch the Cuckoo, it is going to, if it knows anything about you, shift into different forms.
Yep.
It will plead. Can you handle that in your space? Or do we find a different space?
I mean, if we're talking about containing it in the space that I have, it can be contained.
Once it is in that space, it will not leave alive.
But I'm talking about potentially creating a separate space, because getting it into my space would be very difficult. Getting pretense to make that happen. But if we can create a space, set up a space that is more likely to have access to, and make that space into a trap that they cannot escape from. And then it doesn't matter if we can contain them, because, like you said, they're not leaving.
So we have to find a way to tempt someone into a space that they're not going to leave and not going to want to enter to begin with.
Yeah, I suppose so.
And then you are going to create something that allows.
If I can figure it out, ideally, we have a thing that if you are not a cuckoo, does nothing. But if you are a cuckoo, you can only pass through it once. And once you go inside, you do not leave without, I don't know. Don't want to say never, because don't know what we're dealing with. But it should be very difficult.
Okay. I can help you with this.
Guess I have to look into what I need to get together. Well, if I need help gathering it, but I probably will need help setting it up.
I can do that. Super strong. Don't let the biceps deceive you. Super strong.
Oh, don't like underestimating people.
Good.
I mean, that's how I used to win.
Jay glances at Allison and then back at Rafe. I'm gonna go.
I'll message you when I'm ready to move forward, I guess.
If she can trust you, that's probably good.
I guess that's up to her, but I should be referring to Allison. When he says this, is he referring to Allison?
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
They, but yes.
Sure, sorry. Rafe kind of just sort of shrugs and it's like, given the circumstances, I'd understand if she didn't.
She's why I took out the headphones. I expect her to use it.
I'm sorry that you have to. That did not look pleasant.
It's not. But it's helpful for now, so that's what I'll do.
Have a little advantage, I guess.
It also gave me the advantage of knowing that no one was overhearing the conversation within the radius of the town.
Wow. That is impressive.
Mm-hmm. That's what they say.
Well, let's get this sorted so you don't have to be impressive anymore.
Sounds good. And Jay will exit.
Exude.
Well, exeunt is severally. Are you about to speak to Allison?
After Jay leaves, there's something that happens before then.
Okay. I'm going to jump in because we might end with what you've got there. Allison sends a text message to her mum.
Oh.
And says, Mom, I'm sorry. Ellipsis. I'll see you when I get home, okay?
No, I will send back. I understand. Probably better than most. Take your time. I love you.
There is a long pause,
Yeah, of course there is.
and then I love you too.
No.
Rafe.
Yeah, after that exchange, I think Rafe. How you holding up, Shah?
As well as I can, I guess.
They do seem to like taking from you, don't they? All of you. But specifically you as well.
Guess it's part of the gig.
I get them taking abilities. And I get them taking freedoms. But taking trust. It's low.
It's effective.
Don't know if it's exactly wise, though. In my experience, it is not a good idea to give scary people motivation to be scary. And this room was holding a lot of scary people. And they've been given a lot of motivation.
We're all pointing fingers at each other or ourselves. That's a time bomb in here.
Yeah. Honestly, surprised I wasn't pointed out more, to be perfectly clear.
No one mentioned Ren.
No, I did notice that as well. Though the timeline is from camp onwards. She's been around longer than that. Isn't that right?
My whole life.
But certainly they could pose as her.
Yeah. Yeah, they could.
It's interesting given that I'm supposed to meet her tomorrow.
I'm sorry?
I'm supposed to meet her tomorrow. Catch up, as it were.
Why?
Oh, I promised her something last time we spoke, and she wanted to talk about that.
Oh, shit.
What did you promise?
Gifts?
So you're going to just give her what she wants because you made a promise?
No, I worded it in a way that we're going to have a chat first. Don't just give them out anymore. But I promised it when I still did just give them out, so. In hindsight, not the cleverest thing to do, but at the time, it was a good idea.
I see.
And my impression of her, this whole Cuckoo thing aside, I don't think Vran is an enemy. But that is not the same as her being on side.
Honestly, it's quite difficult to classify anyone who participated in my upbringing anything other than an enemy. So, believe what you want.
I feel like that just might color my conversation tomorrow.
Well,
frankly, if she's concerned about something, I kind of want to know what that is. And I don't think she'd call me if she wasn't concerned. I don't think this is something she does lightly.
Will you tell me?
Tell you.
What it is that she wants.
Of course.
Okay. Can't help but think if I just try to see something, I'll figure it out. But I also can't figure out if trying to see is what they want or what they don't want. So, until I figure that out, I'm...
Yeah, that's kind of how they get you.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have to stop you if they just stop you from doing anything and make it so you don't know.
But my mom told me when I was 6, don't just look for looking. Gotta live in the present, so don't just keep looking. Because you're not here if you're always there.
Not good advice.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't mean you can't sometimes be there.
No.
And if you're able to do it on your terms,
I hope Margot comes back soon. Margot's being soothed. That's what's happening.
I mean, yeah. And being soothed, and after having a firm handshake with her good friend Lyle Morgan, because they would. It's not like they're gonna hug. They would have a full arm shake, maybe with like the reach around pat, like the pat.
So manly.
I think we're good. Okay, we're good.
Curt nod.
And then she would come back.
Just all of the movements of repression.
And Margot just walks in and is like, well, speak of the devil.
Mm-hmm. Margot was within earshot when they said that part. So
just waiting outside the door, being like, they'll give me a cue. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna... No, they'll say.
They're gonna say a thing.
Just wait.
Oh,
Upon walking in, does Margot just straight up approach?
Yeah, she's gonna go to wherever Allison's sitting.
Allison takes a step back.
Oh.
And says, "Who are you?"
Who I am.
I'm asking you.
Puppy.
Who am I?
She's like Allison Evelyn Finlay.
And how do I feel?
More uncertain than I'm comfortable with. Could live without me.
And she gives Margot a hug.
Damn. Like Margot's gonna hug her. She's damn. Like
I feel like realistically that was not very comprehensive. Those are just names which everyone knows. And uncertain is a very safe guess.
it's a safe guess. It's
But
also something you
come
could
off
see
for
from
crying,
looking
Allison.
at Allison. It is the most obvious thing.
Yeah.
An attempt was made.
An attempt was made.
An attempt. Honestly,
Grace
Allison,
Star.
the second Margot said puppy and looked like that, Allison's like, oh no, I know who it is, but I'm still going to ask the questions because I need to get into the habit of asking those questions. So the whole time she's just like, oh, I know, but...
Margot just looks around like...
Rafe kind of has an air of like, it's Christmas. And he's just like, this is fucking great. I love
kill.
this.
Margot is hugging Allison. She goes, I would fucking kill everybody in this room except for her.
It's just you and Rafe, unless Lai comes back.
Oh, I thought Lai was coming.
No, so
I assumed that Lai would be back.
with a splish splosh, a seal woman is gone. With
Yeah, she heard the whole thing, by the way.
I'm sorry?
I'm pretty sure she heard the whole thing.
She had most of it, yeah.
Yeah.
With a tippy tap.
Was Carmel just hanging out in the fucking lake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's her whole jam in this operation. Like,
Yeah, I mean that's her job for sure. I thought maybe she was getting her revenge chaos started.
That is her getting her revenge.
it is.
She just eavesdropped an entire conversation worth of information she didn't know.
Bold of you to assume that it's not all part of it.
Yeah, like everything. Carmel did not know literally any of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now she
that's
knows
the thing.
it all.
Now she knows the whole thing. It's funny because Danny didn't tell me that's what was happening. I just assumed that that's what
No, I mean, you specified that the lake was within view or whatever,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
I
you
figured
did.
like something was going on. But I don't know. In my mind, I was thinking something more like violent, as opposed to just like the sleeper like eavesdropping and getting all of this like very pertinent information.
I
But
think
Sweetie,
it's
this
really
is-
interesting to me that you think only one person eavesdropped that. But continue. What were you going to say, Danny?
What? Okay.
Margot's the one who should be able to know all of this with her ears and nose.
Mm-hmm.
Lai
should.
does not have a way to know.
I'm not saying it's Lai's fault.
Rude.
Right at the beginning of that. Right at the beginning of that conversation, I said, "So you're in the forest with the unicorns? Okay, thank you. Bye."
Margot
Continue.
didn't say anything that the unicorns should be mad about.
Margot, known understanding or has a clear understanding of what unicorn should be mad about.
Yes.
Noted unicorn expert Margot Reyes.
She knows. Hey, Margot knows to respect the forest and her mother's plants. And
Mhm.
that unicorns are almost sickeningly sweet sometimes. She's met the unicorns.
She has met the unicorns. That
The
doesn't mean they weren't
unicorns
listening.
built her treehouse.
Yes, that doesn't mean they weren't listening.
No,
Anyway.
that does make Margot a little bit more of a unicorn expert than maybe everybody else thinks they are. They
Oh,
don't know
right,
she's met
I
the
see.
unicorns.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
They don't know her life.
She's met the unicorns, yeah. She learned a move from the unicorns, in fact, because she
Forgot
yeah.
about that.
So-
Did I get to keep that
but-
move?
I'll need to pull it up for you. Someone was about to say something, and I'm trying to get back to that, but I don't even remember what it was.
Oh,
yeah, I
it
don't
was
know.
me. I said something about Carmel listening.
Mm-hmm. So splish, splosh,
Um,
splash, tippy tap of a J, bake a bake
Oh.
of a Henry.
Yeah, no, but no, I thought it was. I think I was just commenting errantly on the fact that I thought it was interesting that you, Blaze Lie, who is all about the violence, would presume that revenge would take on that revenge chaos would take on an outward sort of like chaotic appearance, whereas that's not the thing that's really not the thing you should be afraid of, is it?
No. So I don't think that that's actually what she's gonna do.
Mm.
But like normally when someone says something like, "Ah, yes, we're near the lake," like you're being shown the barrel of a gun.
Oh, Chekhov's
That
lake.
will go off later.
Chekhov's
So
lake.
it's like, oh, okay, like
Oh, it's a fun
Is
musket
something-
tool.
gonna come out of the lake. Like, well, you know what I mean? Not is the person with the gun eavesdropping, but I more think, okay, you've shown me the barrel of a gun. It's gonna go off.
Mm-hmm. Well,
And as
the
we
girlfriend-
fade, the
This is still-
bubbles and steam rise off that. Sorry, continue.
No, yeah, I mean the sulky girlfriend is in the lake, and God knows what else. Like,
No, totally. I assume that the revenge will be much more feral than just a kraken emerges from the water to swallow Lai. Like, I don't think that that's what it's going to be. I think it's going to be
No, it's boring.
much more dramatic and much more devastating, and I am thrilled to find out.
best served cold.
Me
Best-
too. Best
I mean-
served cold and fresh.
Why getting to fight a kraken feels more like a gift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That's a
their
birthday.
anniversary gift.
I was gonna say that was gonna be Lai's birthday present, and now they're not
Yeah.
gonna get it.
They did a bad.
We fucked
Anyway,
it up.
I'm gonna end the stream because it's been 7 hours.
Back at it again with episode
Uh,
7.
So episode 7 hours,
That's
as
right.
it should be.
We're
Every
not doing
subsequent
this.
episode just needs to be as long as that episode.
We're going up to
number.
14. There's no
Oh.
way.
It was made
Strap
for-
in,
for-
motherfuckers. Remember that
You're a
time we
coward,
had?
there's not.
Remember when we had a
24-hour
pajama party?
24-hour charity stream when?
Yeah. Remember
I
when
mean,
We also
episode
definitely have done like a 14-hour session or
Yeah.
something before.
it was like
We've done
9
over
or
2
10
days.
No, I don't know. There was one that was like ungodly. Like, I think I was up until 6 a.m. at least.
I am pretty sure there was there was definitely the one where like Shawnee and I like literally were on the street, man. We took a nap and then like we all woke up and played at some weird ass hour at like 3 a.m. like my
Yeah,
time or something
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Oh.
And we just kept playing. I remember that also. I'm going to
We were
end the
in
stream before we
PJs.
get to 8 hours. Yeah, we did. We had a PJ stream.
Mm-hmm.
It was great.
Unhinged.
But not today.
Unhinged.
Today I'm ending
No,
the
not
stream.
today.
So,
know.
good night, everyone.
Good night,
And
Nightville.
we will be back to see the fallout because I'm excited. Right.
Bye.
Bye.